Welcome back to Heroes of Bastion, episode 9. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And we're going to pick up right where we left off.
Or we can do like 4 weeks earlier where we're still happy. Just putting that out there.
Absolutely not.
God damn it.
Can we start 4 years ago when my mom was still alive?
Yeah, let's do that.
Whoa!
Bastion
You're a superhero
babies.
mom? I'm calling it now. I think your mom is the superhero that died a while ago.
Can we just...
All right.
Alex so mad because I'm right.
No.
I'm so sorry.
I can't help it that I'm smart.
Smart is
So
how we got in this situation.
You see Nathira as she said, "Oh, Alea, look up at you," but her eyes are no longer the soft, like kind eyes that you're used to. They're now the basically like they're outrimmed with this yellow, and there's a slit in between each eye. And we see Jonathan lunge, and you see Nathira just reaches out a hand, and Jonathan just stops in space. And we see him kind of straining, and you see he begins to kind of like twist and contort. What do you do?
As Nathira still does need to put out a hand, right?
She did lift a hand, yeah.
I'm going to try and alter the gravity around her so that she is pinned down, and hopefully break the hold.
Use. Go ahead and give me an unleash your powers.
Okay. That is a 11.
11. So you see the ground begin to crack under Nathira before you, and
You can harm this body all you want, but it's not mine. And
she throws Jonathan against the wall, and so Jonathan just slams into the monitors as Nathira's basically the body is taking this gravity, and the realization sets in that you are hurting Nathira's body.
Okay.
Rowley's just gonna shout, "Alea, stop!"
She's not Nathira.
Rally, she's being mean to me. Help me.
Did I hear the evil demonic voice from earlier?
You did.
I'll let up the gravity so that it's not like bone breaking. Fuck. And let me assess for a second. Okay. I'll call out to Rally and say, restrain her, but don't hurt her.
I'm gonna try to do that.
Okay. Give me a directly engage a threat.
Danger? Oh shit.
Yep.
Oh shit. Oh, not bad. Nope, bad. 6.
Oh, okay. Mark of potential. So you run up to try to like get your hands on her, and but when you go to swipe your hands, she's not there anymore. And you look up and you see behind Alea, you see Nathira just kind of standing there staring.
would you like to be with your sister?
No, my sister's not. She's safe, right? She's safe.
Mhm.
She's safe. She's safe. She's safe.
She's with me.
No.
Lilac. They're a little tied up at the moment, but they're here.
Before that goes any further, can I just try to bum rush them? Because this is making me uncomfortable too.
So what are you trying to do?
Fuck it, I'm gonna transform and just like try to pin them against the cage, like just like straight shot and like fucking just keep them there. Because
as a reminder, you're attacking Nathira's body
in a way that doesn't kill her.
Okay.
Just non-lethally.
I'm just saying,
like
would Rally willingly spear tackle Nathira into a cage?
Fuck.
I understand
that's fair.
I just want to remind you.
I think he has the egg in hand, but he's gonna try to appeal to Nathira just once, as he's just stop.
It can't be stopped. It's already begun.
What has?
The end of Bastion. It's the will of the world, right?
Rally's still just holding the egg.
Okay,
He does not move.
At that, can I try and open up a hole and push Nathira through it?
Sure. Give me an unleash your powers.
Even for a split second, if it only works for a second and they resist, if they're in there for even a moment, I want to try something. Oh. Okay, that's a 6.
Okay. So you go to try to like get Nathira into a hole, and she grabs you by the wrist, and she goes,
No. You have worked.
And she just tosses Alea away, and she begins to leave.
I still have my crystal on me, right?
Yeah.
And I'm assuming I have Bluebird's number.
Yeah.
I'm gonna text and say, there's no spotlight.
Okay. Understood. What do?
Rally just lets Nathira leave.
Okay. All right. And we're going to cut to the darkness, to way down deep on the platform. And Nathira, you are wrapped in chains. Lilac, you are wrapped in chains, suspended in the air. And you two are basically suspended next to each other while this man is sitting in the throne, just kind of thrumming his fingers.
So is there like a general time that we get to go, or are we just here now?
You're here. You are here until, well, work there. Using your body's for is done.
Okay. Just because I have things to do.
Sorry, the will of the world is more important than high school.
Nathira, you know a lot of head shit. Do the head stuff. Do the...
Do some head stuff.
Don't look at me like that. Just do it. You did the same thing to get in, right?
Can she access, like, does she feel like she can access any of her powers?
You can try.
She's going she is going to try to remember what it felt like as hard as she can, like what every single muscle felt like the first time she disappeared into like shadow. And she's gonna try to replicate the muscle memory to make her body a little bit smaller, to at least like see if she could wiggle her, like make her hand smaller and see if she can wiggle herself out of any of the chains.
So you begin to trigger your powers, and as you do, you feel the chains tighten and begin to burn. And the man says,
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Those chains will eat your spark.
All right, don't do it.
You'll end up like poor little Billy here.
What's wrong with Billy?
Well, poor Billy here is, the spark's about all consumed.
and you see there's basically a shackle on his ankle with a chain, and you see it's glowing just ever so brightly as Billy seems to be getting weaker and weaker.
Okay, you gotta stop that.
Why? But Billy didn't do anything.
Billy was one of the chosen, and he shall serve the will, just like everyone else shall.
Come on, let him go. He's done enough.
Chosen for what?
To bring about the end.
Why do you want what end? I don't get it. Why? He didn't do anything.
He's going to be part of something greater than himself, as will you all.
But did he ask for that?
He took the spark.
Oh.
Well, but we didn't take the spark and we're here.
Because you were born with it.
I wasn't born with drugs.
Drugs? I feel like I missed a part of your
Spark,
conversation. What?
The drugs that the kids were taking at the school is called Spark.
Shit.
I like it. I didn't take any.
We have it in us, which means that we inherited it.
I don't know what that means. I don't know if you can inherit drugs. I'm confused.
All right, listen. Stop draining him. Let him go, and whatever's percentage of whatever's left in him, you can take from me.
No. You see, you 4 or 5, we include Eridan, have a purpose to serve. So we can't be taking your sparks just yet.
Okay. The kids get tighter and hotter when we use our powers, don't they?
Yep.
Yeah. Yes.
Nathira, do something.
All right, what do you want to do, Nathira?
Oh, this is probably gonna bite me in the butt, but this is what Nathira would do. How badly did that burn me when I tried? Because I was trying an adult. I was gonna try to do an adult move.
So
Like,
as you started to activate your powers, the chains began to tighten and began to burn.
Say if this is possible.
Okay.
Because I've been thinking about what would activate some of my doom signs.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, Nathira has the insecure condition.
Mm-hmm.
And hearing that she can't reject the influence that this random person has over her. She can't defend Billy, who looks like he's about to die. Because she doesn't know that she's activating her doom signs. So I've been waiting to see, like, this is probably as fearful as she's felt.
Yeah.
Ever.
This is you feel very helpless.
Can I activate dark visions?
Okay. Tell me about it.
Dark visions is to have a vision about the situation at hand. You tell me the vision. After the vision, I can ask you a question and you have to answer it honestly. You, the GM.
Got it. So you see just a few moments into the future. And you see the chain around Billy's leg envelop him and him turn into dust. And you see the man stands up from the throne and begins to inhale. He like turns away. And you see then the vision kind of pans a little bit, and you see the chains just loosen ever so slightly around the two of you when he's inhaling.
My question is, does he look like he's gonna be looking at me or Lilac when he inhales?
No, he's turning away to the other side of, like, basically, like, so he's sitting in the throne like this. The two of you are here on his right. Billy is on his left.
Oh my god!
Oh no.
Oh, I hate this. I hate it. If Lilac's looking at Nathira, all she sees is Nathira's eyes glaze over, and she just starts. You can see like that she started crying quietly.
Okay. Do you say anything to Lilac or no?
She's just gonna. She's not gonna say anything. It's up to Lilac if she would notice. Or if does it make a sound if I try to just like rattle it a little bit, just like?
I mean, it'll make a chain sound. Yeah.
She just rattles it a little bit and then looks at Lilac. She's gonna look down at her wrist and then back up at Lilac and mouth, "Wait."
And you see, as described, you see the chain begin to wrap around from Billy's ankle, around his legs and his torso and the top of him. And you see it just tighten ever so slightly. And Billy turns into this ashen stardust as it begins to into the air. And you see the man stands up from the chair, turns away from the two of you, and begins to take a deep breath in as you see the starry dust drawn into him.
Gonna try to slide my limbs out of the chains.
Okay. Lilac, what are you doing?
I think if I feel the chains loosen, I'm gonna try and get out as well.
Okay. Roll me.
Oh my
Come
god.
on.
Roll me. I want you both to roll me 2d6 and add the skill that you believe is appropriate for you in your present headspace.
Okay.
Whether that is danger, freak, savior, superior, mundane.
Oh my god, I rolled 2 6s plus savior. That's 14.
What is that? 6, 7, 8, 9.
I've never rolled that high this whole game.
12.
12. You both rolled. Oh, damn. Okay. So as he inhales, the chains wrapped around you loosen, and both of you are able to break out in your own way, and you are now free of your chains. What do you do? There's the staircase leading up, or there's the lava pool around you.
Does Lilac make an immediate move or no?
Her immediate move probably would be to grab one of the chains and try and swing it around his throat and then yell to run for the stairs.
Nathira just runs. She honestly, she tries to like use her power to change into shadow and get out.
Mm-hmm. So you whip this chain. I want you to give me a directly engage a threat, please.
Yeah. What is that plus? It's danger, right?
Danger.
That's a -1 for me. Okay, so it's a 7.
Okay. You get to. I'm assuming you're going to pick create opportunity for your allies.
Yes.
So you grab this chain, and it like he puts his arm up, and it wraps around his arm as he catches it, and he turns to look at you just as Nathira whips into shadow up the stairs. What do you do then, Lilac?
I think she's just going to take a breath and then just step back and fall into the lava.
Okay. Okay.
I'm thinking that she's thinking, like, as long as we get, like, this is our heads. They said they're using our body for something. This isn't my body.
Okay. We are gonna cut to Nathira.
How
Oh my god.
Nathira,
well,
you.
how far could I have gotten?
I mean,
With all of this happening?
I mean, you were dashing for the stairs, right?
yeah.
Would you have? And you turned into shadow. Would you have turned around and looked?
Well, yeah, to see if she's chasing behind me, but like that, I'm wondering what the time frame is.
I mean, it's a matter of seconds.
Okay, then I mean, she would have looked. Yeah, she wouldn't have just completely turned away. She would have been looking back.
So you would have seen her drop the chain, step back, and then fall from the platform.
Is there any way to stop her from falling?
Not from
Like,
the
do I have
distance
a
you are.
reaction?
You can, if you can find a way to justify your powers to stop her and close the distance, you can try.
What if I? Because I'm just basing this off of fear. If she's dropping one. Yeah, she's, because I still am insecure. And now, like, I just saw Billy die, and then I see Lilac go to fall. I feel like Nathira would turn into defense mode to try to help, and without realizing it again, she would turn back into her own body and scream Lilac's name. And at that moment, Lilac would stop falling and she would use telekinesis.
Give me an unleash your powers, please.
Oh,
Especially after a doom sign.
the way that Lilac's like, I'm pretty sure this is the way we can just dip out of here.
I'm using different dice now because those ones are... what do I add to that?
Unleash your powers is free.
9.
So it works, but there will be a negative effect. So, what you catch Lilac as she's just about falling off the stage,
Yep.
off the platform.
Yeah.
What do you do then?
Lilac, as she stops, she's like, Nathira? What are you doing?
Can she try to bring
Yeah,
her?
yeah, you can bring her with you. Yeah.
She's literally just gonna try. Like, she's not trying to push it. She doesn't even know if she can do two things at once. So now she's just trying to run away while pulling, like keeping an eye on Lilac and throwing her up with her. Almost like lassoing her.
Yeah, the two of you run up the stairs and you hear from behind you,
I will see you soon, girls. See you very soon.
as
She's
the
gonna
two
put-
of you sprint up the stairs.
Lilac, I think, like, as she's, like, running up the stairs, she's like, I don't think I would have died. They need to keep us alive.
So you breach the surface of the staircase back into the pitch dark. And the torches are gone and the staircase is gone. And you are now in a lake of darkness. What do you do?
I've got nothing here, Nathira.
There's no
I have
chains.
nothing here.
There's no chains. Does anyone sound like they're following us?
Nope.
Okay, listen. The only way that I could see a way out of there was by you getting up and doing whatever weird head stuff it is that you can do. And then the lava, like instant wake up thing. You know, like if you die in a dream and stuff.
We don't know.
He didn't want us to die now. We have stuff to do. Which means that if that would have killed me, he would have stopped it.
You're just making guesses.
I'm making pretty safe assumptions. But I don't know what to do here. Alea's the only one who can open these unless you can. But I got nothing.
Nathira feels a level of hopelessness she's never felt before. And looking around to just nothingness surrounding them. And it's that weird feeling that, like, you know, you're in a room with other people and you still feel like you're by yourself. Like, even though Lilac's there, she feels like she's not. She's gonna, like, sit down almost in a fetal position, like start holding her knees to her chest, and she's just nodding and mumbling words under her breath. And she's gonna try mentally calling out to Alea. Because if they're inside Alea, maybe Alea can hear her.
Okay. I'm gonna cut to the outside.
Okay.
So Rally and Alea, the two of you are left. Jonathan is laying slumped, knocked out against the wall. Nathira has left. You texted Bluebird. What do the two of you do?
I'm gonna go help my dad. Just like put him on one of the bunk beds.
Yeah, he's breathing. He's just knocked out cold.
You okay? Are you okay?
Yeah, I think so. Well, are we talking like physically or emotionally?
Either, both.
I couldn't do anything. I was useless.
I know the feeling. You weren't useless, though. You're never useless, Rally. You always have something ready. You always know exactly what to do, and what superhero did it before, whether it worked or not. You are not useless. You can't be useless. Don't be useless.
There is a terrible gleam in Rally's eyes as he looks at you more sure than he should and just says, I don't know if they're okay, but I think I have an idea.
I trust you.
Sick. I'll be back. He's gonna go and run to Nathira's house real fast. Because he doesn't know that they're safe, so he's just operating under the assumption that they're like still just in there.
So you run to Nathira's house, and do you just walk in?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Burton is passed out on the couch, sandwich on his chest. And he kind of wakes up and he goes, "Oh, Rally, are you and Nathira back from hanging out?"
It's gonna be a little bit longer.
Where's Nathira?
She's around. She's just back at my place. I have she forgot something, so I thought I'd run up and get it for her.
Okay, you go grab it. And then he just knocks the back out on the couch.
When I'm sure that he's asleep, Rally just kind of mutters like, "Sleep well, Burton. I'm gonna get her back." As he walks up into Nathira's room, and he's gonna look for the broken egg that he told Nathira to hide.
Okay, give me a. Would that be?
Assess the situation. I don't know.
Yeah. Assess the situation.
Is there a possibility I could see if the egg is calling to me to make this easier on me?
Roll me assess the situation.
It doesn't matter anyway. I rolled 2 6s.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot.
So where in your room did you hide it, Nathira?
So if you were to go into my closet, it's pretty pristine. Nathira doesn't own a lot of stuff, and there's 3 shoe boxes off to the right side, and those are the only things on the floor. And as Raleigh's going through them, he would find the middle box. When he opens it, it's got pictures from when they were kids growing up. It's got notes that he's written her. She has specifically cut out parts of letters where he has given her a compliment and drew little hearts next to them and kind of taped them to the insides of the box. And you would see the egg wrapped in a bunch of toilet paper because she didn't really have anything else to keep it safe.
Yeah, Riley cries. He's gonna take the egg and unwrap it, and in this sort of brief moment, you can see how much weight there is to it as it just kind of sinks in his hands. And he's gonna head back.
Okay.
And he's gonna take one of the photos, just something really simple.
Okay. So you're back at the rally point. Rally was gone for maybe 5 minutes. So Alea and Rally, what are you doing?
This is gonna seem really stupid, but in Rook number 30, there was this weird body switching storyline, and it was super complicated, and it wasn't really done super well. You'd think that there would be a deeper reason, you kind of get that sort of doppelganger. That's not the important part. The way they stopped it then is by destroying the source, because I assume this is some sort of weird hive mind situation, because I'm pretty sure they said they were the Nathira referred to themselves as like a they or a we. So
The will.
yeah. So what I'm thinking is, and he kind of pulls out the egg and just shows it to you. If you can get me close to where that is, to where he is, I don't know what their pronouns are. That's not important right now, but if you can get me near them, I can maybe sever a connection, fight them, at least keep them at bay so that the others can escape. I don't really, at least this way I won't hurt anyone else.
Charlie, I already caused this by doing that. It's my fault.
It's not your fault.
It quite literally is. And I don't... Alea looks at Jonathan and looks back at Rally and says, I don't want to do that to you two.
What other choice do we have? I can't fight whatever that was. It's, even if it isn't, it is Nathira. I could try fighting your sister, but even then, same issue. I don't think you would want to do that. And I know that Bluebird wouldn't. Well, maybe. He's a little weird. It's not your fault. It's not
jokes right now.
I use
How do you always do that?
Use humor to cope. It's a defense thing.
Okay. Okay.
I need you to trust me.
I can do that. I can trust you. I can do that. Okay. Okay. But, Rally, if you need to, whatever it takes, get them out.
I promise.
Whatever it takes, Rally.
Riley's gonna give you a hug, and you just hear him say, "You are so much stronger than you let yourself be."
As soon as Rally stops that, and as he is holding Alea opens a portal, and Rally is in.
Okay, so Rally, you are standing on top a stone staircase, leading downwards to a stone platform, surrounded by lava, with a man sitting in a throne, and a pile of empty chains next to him.
I think the realization that of one of two things, either he's too late or they already escaped, and he just breaks a little inside. Where are they?
The hero has arrived. Come on down, Rally.
No, see, the hero stepped out for a moment. You are stuck with me as he starts walking down. Where are they?
Oh, they ran off. Took an opportunity and ran away into the dark. But if they want their bodies back, well, somebody's got to break that connection. Is that you, Rally? You here to face me?
I think I'm here to do more than that. And he's going to take one last look at the photo he brought with him. This really nice candid shot that I'm sure Rally took of them the first time he got like his magic Polaroid or whatever, of just the two of them sitting by that lake. That like peace sign kind of thing. Looks at how happy they are. Remembers what he's fighting for. And he just lets himself go as he attempts to transform with the broken egg.
Roll me Unleash Your Powers.
This is free. What is my free? Please be good. Please be good. Please be good. Please be good. Okay, not bad. 10.
So you slam the egg in, and the transformation begins, and you turn into your berserk form, but this time you have control. What do you do, Rally?
I am going to think about what I had planned for after the interrogation. I think about showing up to Nathira's house, arms full of snacks and pretty shitty by most people's opinions movies of various low-budget heroes, ones that nobody really thinks about. A couple of comics, taking her to go sit by the lake again and just spend some time away. And he thinks about that moment, and he's just gonna lay into him.
Okay. All right. We are going to cut away from Rally as Rally dives down the stairs towards the man in black to our two lost in the dark. And as Nathira, you're sitting there in the fetal position, Lilac, you're trying to figure out what to do. You saw a brief kind of like flash of light. Just off in the distance.
All right.
Nathira's gonna run.
Yeah. Violet will go too.
So you run and you see just kind of like you see the rally point for it, like through the portal, and you see Rally dashing into the portal, but as he crosses the threshold, you see him vanish as he crosses the threshold, and you see the rally point through the portal.
Out. We need to go out. I know you want to go after him. I know you do. I really know you do.
Nathira's gonna run to wherever she just saw Rally go.
Oh god.
The thing is like when he crossed the threshold of the door, he vanished. So when he passed through the portal, he didn't run like towards you and then disappear. He ran through the door and was gone.
She's gonna start screaming Rally's name. Like twice and see if she hears anything back.
You don't hear anything.
It doesn't work like that in here.
Like, where is he?
I don't know.
Can we go out and then back in?
Listen, I think if we go out, we're out.
No, but we can't let him go back in. We have to go out and then go back in.
Listen.
Like, he can't go by himself.
Listen. Yes, he can. He is so much stronger than you think he is. So much stronger than I showed you.
I don't get it.
Nathira, whatever is being done with our bodies is bad news. We could be hurting people. It is our job to stop that.
But Rally can't defend himself by himself.
Yes, he can. Don't underestimate him.
We could barely leave on our own. The only reason we were able to is because for some reason I saw Billy die twice. I had to watch it twice.
Yeah, and that
was a distraction, but Rally doesn't have a distraction.
Listen. Whoever...
What are you not telling me?
What I'm not telling you is that Rally is so much more capable than he lets on. But we don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have time, Nathira. I don't have time. We don't have time. I'm tired of this. Wipe your tears. It is time to be a hero. We get out there. We get our bodies back. And we find out what the hell is going on. And then we can sort out Rally. Do you understand?
Then go by yourself.
Fine.
She's gonna try to disappear into shadow.
Lilac won't even stay to watch. She's out into the rally point.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you pass out of the portal, and there is a sleeping Jonathan, and there is Alea holding the portal open.
Okay.
Actually, I'm so sorry. You pass through the portal, and as you pass through, you open your eyes, and you don't recognize your surroundings.
Oh. Oh no.
You are on the docks? You're in the lowest level of Bastion.
What was I doing?
And you see your fists are bloodied.
Oh no. No. Am I transformed or am I...
You are transformed.
Thank God. Okay.
And you look in front of you, and you see there are support pillars for the walls of the city. And there are humongous dents and cracks in the wall from where you were striking. And you see just little bits of water are beginning to now through the wall.
Oh God. Okay. Okay, I can fix this. I can fix this. How do I fix this? Can I assess the situation?
Yes, roll me and assess the situation.
That's superior, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 7.
So with assess the situation, that 7 gets you 1 question.
What here can I use to fix this?
So you see there's like, there are some like, there's some plaster and some stuff like that could maybe hold it for a little bit if you started applying it. And as you grab the plaster, your eyes kind of glance to your right and to your left. And you see along this entire section of the wall is the same story. On the 6 support platforms that make up this large section of the wall, they are cracked and broken.
Okay. All right. I need to put the plaster in, and the plaster needs to dry. Okay. I just want her to test out how quickly she can rub her hands together to try and create like heated friction.
I mean, rather quickly.
Okay. All right. Okay, I can do this. And she's gonna start trying to plaster one, like using her super speed to try and go really fast, and then using like friction to try and dry it.
Yeah, so you zip and you apply plaster to these broken pillars. You, just by watching it, you know that this will not be a permanent solution. You have slowed it, but you are smart. You're smart. You are well studied. These walls were built to keep out the ocean. And now that the wall that was keeping it there has weakened, the pressure has built against the wall from the weight of the ocean. So this will keep it for now, but it is not a permanent solution in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, is Ervin anywhere?
Ervin's nowhere to be found. You do have your crystal.
Yeah, she's gonna pull it out and she's gonna try and call him.
And he goes, "What? You done with your errand already?"
Ervin.
Yeah.
I need help really, really fast.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. Yeah. Where are you?
I'm at the support I'm at the support against the
south
wall.
The south wall.
The south wall. Yeah.
Why the hell are you there? But I'm on my way.
Shit. Okay. Okay.
And Ervin will be there in a bit. We're gonna flash to our friend Alea. Alea, you are holding the portal open. Rally has dove in. Nathira hasn't come out. Lilac came out, but then wasn't there. What do you do?
I want to press the button to raise the crystal
Okay.
and see
The cage raises back up.
Jonathan's still passed out, I'm assuming. So
Yep.
I grab the glove
Mhm.
and I open it and close it behind.
Where did all your friends go?
Did you know this was going to happen?
Not yet.
But
You weren't
know-
supposed to. You weren't supposed to meet him yet.
Who is he, Avon?
He is the patron. The one true God. The only God. And he is the will.
Is he who took care of you?
He's who saved me and gave me my life back. Who showed me how strong I actually am.
Did he give you back your memories?
Yes. He took care of me when I was thrown aside.
think he can give me back mine?
Yeah.
I want to be your sister, Avon. I want to help you.
Yeah? You mean it?
Of course. I want to help you.
Okay. Well, we can go see him. He might be busy, but we can go up to the restricted section and you can meet everybody.
You promise?
Yes, of course.
You
I mean,
promise he'll give me back my memories?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I am going to let her out.
Okay.
And follow her to the restricted section.
Okay. Fuck me, guys. All right.
I have a plan here. I have a plan.
Trust me!
We're gonna cut now to Nathira. Nathira, so you didn't follow Lilac out. And the portal shuts. What do you do? Where do you go?
She's just gonna start walking around, calling for Raleigh. Trying to see if she can, like, she doesn't understand how she's getting into people's heads yet. So she's gonna be consistently, like, calling out for Raleigh, then trying to, like, feel like she's getting into his head, and then call out, and it's just gonna be, like, circular. Going back and forth to each of those.
So as you're walking around screaming, trying to do this, you feel a hand on your shoulder.
Hello?
Nathira?
She turns around, who is it?
What's your mom look like, Nathira?
What the fuck?
Last she remembered, her mother was an elf, and that's why Nathira is a half-elf. So her mom's got pointed ears, and Nathira just looked like a carbon copy of her mother. And that's one of the reasons why Burton seemed to get even more protective of Nathira after she died. It was the last living visual he had of his wife. She's a full head above Nathira, and if Nathira were to remember her mom had the braids that she always wished that she had herself. She always wanted to look like her mom, and her braids are just pristine, flowing, seemed to be flowing with the wind, going down to the lower part of her back, and she just had the most tender eyes.
And you see your mom before you. And she goes, "Honey, what are you doing here?" And she hugs you.
What are you doing here?
Well, it's a bit of a long story. But this place is, it's kind of an in-between. Between one place and the next. And there used to be someone that would guide souls who passed on. But that's not the case anymore, so a lot of us just get lost here.
How'd you get lost? Is it really you?
It's me. It's me, honey. And she kind of like chokes on the word. She's like, I ended up here, and I've been trying to find a way out, or beyond, or since. Look at you, you've gotten so big. And I love the braids. You look great.
Dad's been trying.
I'm sure he
And
has.
she just like hugs her and like just shoves her face into her into her chest.
She holds you super tight, and like you hold that hug for like a good like minute or two, and she just pulls back a little bit. She goes, "How did you get here?"
It's a long story. Raleigh and I have powers. How? Sorry, I'm just really confused. Nothing's really making sense anymore. I came in here to find Raleigh, but now you're here. And do you know where Raleigh is? Am I dead?
No.
Dead?
No, you're just in the in-between. And you said Raleigh's here somewhere?
Yeah. There's a man who's trying to keep me and my friend, and I think he might have Raleigh.
Yeah. I know where he is. Everybody who's stuck here knows him.
Who is it?
He's someone who came here from somewhere far beyond this world. He's a very, very bad man.
Yeah.
And if he has Raleigh, we have to save him.
Yeah, can we?
Yes, we can.
And then we can all get out. Because Dad and I really, really miss you. And don't tell him I said this, but he doesn't really make pancakes the same as you did. And I really miss your blueberry pancakes.
I miss making them for you, honey. Well, let's go find him. And as she stands up, you see beginning from her ankles, begins this kind of soft, almost like golden shadow that begins to creep up her legs. And as she does, you see her street clothes is replaced now with a uniform, almost like armor-like. It's white and gold. It's completely white with gold details coming up to the chest. And then a long golden cape comes down from her back. And she goes, "Let's go. I'll explain later."
Okay. She reaches out to grab her mom's hand.
She takes your hand, and like in a blink of an eye, you're like moving. And we're gonna cut now because I gotta bounce around. We're gonna cut now to Lilac at the wall, and you see this motorcycle whips around the corner, and Aravin just kind of leaps off of it and kind of like lets the motorcycle screech to a halt. He's like, "The guy I lifted that off of, I'm sure it'll be fine." What's going? Oh my god! As he kind of takes in the wall. What happened?
I don't know. I didn't have control of my body when it happened.
Yeah, you gave me a compliment instead of insulting me. It was kind of weird.
Right, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Consciousness was still inside whatever that dimension is. There's a big bad down there. I don't know who he is.
Great.
He had control of mine and Nathira's body. And this is what he was doing with mine. She's gonna like hold up like her bloodied knuckles and such.
Okay.
And,
Okay. We can fix this. Okay. You know what? You should find Gilly. And I'm gonna hold this.
Okay, perfect. She's gonna bring out her crystal and give Gilly a call. Well, she's presuming he's gonna use his chains to try.
Yeah, so he transforms. And he begins to go 1 chain, 2 chains, 3 chains, 4 chains, 5, 6 to get to all of the pillars. And then he's going to you see him begin to kind of scale up the pillar, up the wall, as he's going to attempt to hold the weight.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As he's scaling up.
Okay, and she's holding Gilly in the meantime.
Yes, Lilac. What do you need?
Okay, we tried to go inside the dimension that Billy was stuck in, that Alea managed to open in.
Okay, all right.
It's a lot of information, just get
Yes.
ready. There's someone in there. He is this weird bad guy talking about the will of the world. He killed Billy, pulled out his spark. Apparently we have spark within us. Nathira and I lost control of our bodies. Our consciousness was being held in there and our bodies were doing other things, and my body was taking out the pillars down at the bottom of Bastion, holding out the sea.
Are you still there?
I'm still here. I've plastered them, but it's not gonna hold.
Okay, is there anything holding them now?
Erwin.
Okay. I need you to come here.
But what if the pillars don't hold?
Lilac? They are not going to hold. He will be able to keep them there for a while, but if the pillars are cracked, it's going to be very bad, and you need to leave immediately.
Then
You
we
need to
get everyone out. I can't just leave.
You try to get as many people out of there as possible. But you need to leave now.
Right. Okay. Sure. I'll see you soon, Gilly. I'm just
Promise
gonna
me.
hang up. She hung up.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
I think she's gonna try and look for like an alarm system, a siren system, something.
There is like it's like a public safety alarm, like evacuation alarm, because this is the bottom level, so it's like there could be inclement weather, all sorts of things. So there is an alarm system for you to pull.
Cool. I think she's gonna pull that. And then start like just yelling at people to get out and just say like she's like running through like into like main traffic and stuff and like just yelling at people to start evacuating.
Okay. So as you're yelling, we see Erevan climb back down from his position, and we see him begin to throw more and more and more and more and more chains, and basically creating this kind of like suspension, essentially, to like hold as much of the wall as he possibly can. And you see him basically begin to wrap a lot of them and hold them as tight as he possibly can to keep them in place. Okay, we're gonna jump now to Rally. So Rally, you have been throwing everything. You've learned every bit of extra power that this form has at this guy. And he hasn't broken a sweat. He has basically thrown your punches aside, thrown you aside. You're throwing everything you got at this guy. And he finally throws you back this one time. And you have like just a moment as, a break from this melee back and forth. What do you do?
I think with the heart pounding in my ears, I don't even really see him. I just see everything that I'm fighting for. Every hit that I've taken is just another step towards that. And you can deny this if you'd like, but I want to use my moment of truth.
One moment. Well, tell me what you want to do.
Out of game, I can assume this is probably like the big end of thing, and I don't want to derail your game to the point where we don't get to play it anymore, because I fucking love it.
It will not derail the game.
Then two things. I don't want it to be too impossible. I'll just give you the options, I suppose. But the moment of truth says to read it. But this is where I show them exactly why you belong here. You do one thing, take out one enemy, no matter how insane, no matter how ridiculous, because that's you. Their jaws are going to drop when you're done. Of course, pulling off a stunt like this tends to bring unwanted attention and a dangerous reputation. In this moment, Rally is going to hit the top button of this broken egg, and you're going to hear it announce scramble as he's going to do a finishing move. And if he can't kill him, he wants to essentially become his new prison. I don't know if he's stuck here, but he's about to be. If I can't kill him, then Rally is going to essentially use all of his tendrils, his weird shadow, evil demon magic, all the power of this form to try to just trap him here, to like become a cage for him almost. You can adjust as needed. That's just the basic idea.
So you slam this button and it says scramble. And everything you're fighting for, everything you're fighting to protect, everyone you're fighting to protect flashes through your mind as you dash forward for what you feel is the last time. As you dash towards him, you see his chains rip up from the floor as you're dodging them, batting them away, closing the distance more and more. And you see for a brief moment, a moment of fear perhaps cross his eyes as you close the distance with inhuman speed. And you slam into him. And the tendrils begin to wrap around, begin to tighten, begin to basically plant into the ground, holding his limbs in place, bringing him to his knees as the tendrils begin to wrap around, as your body begins to move. And then you feel this pop as you are jettisoned backwards. And you see your form is still holding him in place. And the belt is no longer around your waist. And you see the helmet of the form turn to look at you and just nod as it begins to continue to wrap him up and hold him in place and hold him down to the throne. And he is immobilized. And you are back like yourself.
Rally is shaking.
And in that moment, you hear a rush of air as Nathira and her mother appear next to you. And you see this woman who looks just like Nathira, just older, dressed as a hero of some sort. A hero you don't recognize, which is weird. And there is Nathira and her mother next to you.
Really? She's gonna launch herself onto him. You okay? You okay?
So I don't want to be here anymore.
Nathira's gonna look over her shoulder. Does she see that?
She sees...
thing?
Yeah, she sees basically... You see the berserk form of Rally's... of Effigy. Sees the berserk Effigy holding this man down, and he's just screaming and pulling at this, but it just continues to put him in place. And then we see kind of the form shifts a little bit as we see like we see the druid form kind of half appear, wrapping vines around him, as we see the different forms beginning to kind of move through as they're all working together to hold him in place.
And Nathira just grabs Rally's hand and with her other hand reaches back to her mom and is now like pleading eyes, her freckles just ruined by the cry, and look up at her. Can we go home, please? Can we go home?
Let's go home. And she takes you both by the hand and jettisons forward. And the two of you begin to fly through space. And you begin to go faster and 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 faster. And you see the darkness now begins to be replaced with like this kind of streaking light and streaking light and streaking lights and streaking lights and streaking lights. And you begin to see this kind of almost like tunnel begin to appear. as your mom pulls you in close and she goes, I will see you soon. I promise. I promise.
Where are you going?
Well,
Mom, come on.
I don't have a body to go back to, but I will be with you. I promise. You
I
have to
can't
trust
lose
me.
you again.
You'll never lose me again. I will always be here. And Rally, you better protect my girl, okay?
I will.
See you soon. And you pass through this white tunnel. And Nathira, you are just outside your house. And Rally, you next to Nathira as this white tunnel begins to shut behind you. And you see your mother just blow you a kiss as the portal shuts closed. And as you're holding your chest just a little bit, you can feel just this ever bit of warmth in your hands. And nobody else sees it, but just a dazzle of a little bit of gold light kind of dances over you just for a moment.
Nathira's just gonna fall to her knees and look at her hands.
There's a small golden flower in your hand.
I lost her again.
Rally breaks from his stupor, having teleported through this hell dimension, and goes to Nathira and says, No, you didn't. No, nobody's ever really lost. Look, she's here with you. It's okay. It's okay, just breathe.
Did all of that just happen?
I think so, yeah.
What was going on? What was going on with you?
Just Rally being Rally, I guess.
I'm not trying to make jokes. What's going on, Rally? What just happened?
I don't know. He's stuck, I think, at least for a little while longer. That gives us time. I kind of looks down and notices he doesn't have the belt anymore. Are you okay?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I think she's alive. I don't really know. I don't really know what's real anymore. Nothing. I don't really know what's real. Are you real? Not even his freckles are real. I don't really know.
As you kind of I guess as you wipe your freckles, he's gonna take your hands and hold your face, and just, I'm real. I'm here. I'm here. Just focus on something small for now, okay?
And she kind of pushes herself into your chest a little bit and just kind of curls up, holding the flower, and just under her breath goes, maybe we should call Gilly.
I think so.
Okay. All right. We are going to cut to the restricted section now. As Avon has led you kind of through these secret tunnels up through the side of the northern wall of the city. And she goes, okay, so you just got to follow my lead and just let me do the talking. Okay?
Okay. I trust you.
And you pass through this cracked entryway, and you see a desolate wasteland. It looks like this used to be a beautiful town or a city at one point, but it is decimated. It is destroyed, except for one building. In the center of the ruins, there is a large, metallic, almost obsidian black spire of a building. And she goes, "That's home. That's where we go."
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's nice. Come on, and just don't make eye contact, with any of them. Just stay close.
Okay.
And as you're passing through the ruins, you can just see just out of sight, there's things lurking in the ruins. There are large shadows and shapes moving amongst the ruins, random growls and clicks and hisses and whines and howls as you make your way through towards the black obsidian tower.
None of these sound human, or?
No, it doesn't sound human at all.
Okay. As we're walking, and like I keeping my head down, I will slip my hand into Avon's.
Oh, thank you.
Felt like I needed a little sister support.
It's nice, isn't it?
It's new.
Well, you're gonna have it all the time now. As you reach this black obsidian spire, and you see she puts her hand on it, and you see this outline of light outline this door as the door pops open, and there's this bright light shining from inside the spire, and she goes, "You ready?"
Ready?
And you walk in, and it's a pristine, clean, like a huge juxtaposition to the outside, to the ruin of the outside. You see this pristine, clean, like basically lobby area, and you see a person sitting behind the desk with a golden animal mask on. And you see there's people walking around in normal street clothes, but they have the golden masks. You see there's large winding staircases going up to different levels of this obsidian spire. And she goes, "Well, we're gonna want to go find. Well, who do you want to meet first?"
I want to meet the person who gave you back your memories.
Oh, you want to meet the doctor? Okay. Yeah. And you wind up the stairs a couple of levels, maybe about 5 or 6, and you get to like basically the lab floor. And she presses a few buttons on the door, and the door slides open. And you see there's a bunch of lab equipment, bunch of people in coats around, and she goes, "Oh, there she is." And points to this woman. "Rally, what's your mom look like?"
What?
What's your mom look like?
Mm, he, she looks as superhero-y of a person as you can get without actually being one. The way she walks, she brings with it this level of confidence that you imagine Rally is aspiring to, or parodying in a way. She has this like very curly hair, which is where he gets it from, this sort of like mane, like She-Hulk style, just like mess that kind of like goes back and I assume is kept neat. Light makeup, fair skin, pretty tall. I want to say taller than Jonathan.
Mm-hmm. And
yeah, glasses.
Yep. She's got the glasses and she's in a lab coat and she turns around and she goes, "Oh, hi, Avon. Who's this?" And Avon goes, This is my sister. This is Alea."
Nice to meet you, Dr.
Dr. Wheeler. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I heard, well, Avon told me that you could bring memories back.
Yes, we do have the capability to do that.
How do you do that?
How do we do that?
Mhm.
It's through a medical procedure. It's a mix of the arcane and science. We have to identify the source of the spell or the alterations that were made to your mind, and every case is unique because every mind is unique. And once we have found it, then we can remove the changes, because no memories are ever truly gone.
Could you do that for me?
Yes, of course. Oh, you're one of the Everbright children, aren't you?
Yeah. Is it that obvious?
Well, she said you're her sister, and so 2 and 2. I have yes, but I can do that for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course, we can get started right away.
Can I ask you one more thing?
Yeah.
Do you know who took them in the first place?
And she kind of lets out a sigh, and she goes, "Well, it was a decision between." This is going to be hard for you to hear. It was a decision between your father and some of the other heroes, compatriots, and the council.
Did you used to work for the council?
No, I officially I am just a medical doctor at a hospital.
I see. Have you met my dad?
Yeah, I have met your father. Yeah.
Is he a good person?
Your father is a troubled man who bared the weight of an entire city on his shoulders for many years. And that changes someone. That level of responsibility. So, I don't think he's a bad person. I just think he's complicated.
I think he would have taken all my memories if he were.
Speaking as a parent myself, at the time, I believe he had the best interest, but it was influenced by other people. It's the council that's the problem, not your father. It's the corruption and the control within this city that's the issue.
Could we do the procedure now, or?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Here, and she calls for an assistant. An assistant comes over with like a medical robe, and she goes, "You can change in that room over there."
Okay. Alea will get changed, and I'm not sure how fast this procedure will be, but when she's down and they're infusing her brain with arcane and everything fun, I would like to try and go inside and be able to physically grab someone and pull them out without the searing pain.
So, let me clarify. So when they put you under, you want to try to go to the darkness and...
My thought process is they lock something like inside me that I can't access. So while they're unlocking that, and figuring that stuff out, maybe more doors can be opened. And maybe I'll be able to pull somebody or multiple somebodies out easier / without sacrificing myself.
Okay, I think I understand.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
So you come out in your robe, and basically they have a gurney there for you to lay on, and they'll go, we'll take you to the operating room, and we'll get started. And Avon goes, I'll be just outside the window watching the whole time. You're gonna be great. You're gonna do fine. And you can remember
Thanks.
all the fun times we had.
Yeah. I'm excited to see my sister again.
Me too. And you are carted away to the operating room. And now we are going to flash to the wall. So you have been running around this neighborhood, evacuating people. People are, running up the ramps. They are taking the teleporters, en masse, trying to get away as much as possible. What are you doing?
I think she's like, as soon as she's got that alarm go, she's got as many people out of the immediate area as possible. She's on her crystal. I think she's using her speed learning and speed reading ability to try and scan through how fast she would potentially have to run with her air manipulation to try and create a wall of air when this thing breaks to give people enough time to get out.
Okay. You have an idea that you think you can do it. You think it's achievable, but also the fatigue. You are quite fatigued as well. It's faster than you've ever run before. It's faster than you've ever moved before. But you think you know how fast you need to go.
Okay. She's gonna call out to Erevan and say, how are you holding up?
It's fucking something. I wish I had a cigarette. And you see he's straining. You see he's straining as a chain will snap and he'll throw out another one. Another chain will snap. He'll throw out another one as he's holding as hard as he can to keep this wall in place.
You need to go now.
Fuck that.
None of that.
None
You
of that.
don't have any way out. Come on, please.
None of that self-sacrifice and bullshit. If you stay, I stay.
I can get out, and I promise you I will. I promise I will, but you don't have another way out.
I am not going anywhere unless it's with you. End of story.
All right, then.
You're all I got. I'm not, hell no.
All right. Then get to a high place and just
I can't.
make sure you can't let go, can you?
If I let go, it's going to break.
All right. I'm going to do something and it's going to give you an opportunity, okay? It's going to give us an opportunity.
And he just kind of gives you a look, the helmet kind of fades away, and he goes, okay, I'm trusting you.
Good. Good. Someone should at this moment, because I'm really struggling. And she's kind of
Don't
jumping
say that
on her
before you do
feet.
this.
I kind of shake off, take a really deep breath. And she's just gonna put her head just straight into the mass of it in her head. That's all she's focusing on, and she starts to run and starts to pick up the pace.
Okay, give me an unleash your powers, please.
Okay. Hey, Alec, because I prepped, could I get it with advantage?
No.
I'm sad. Can I roll 4 d6s instead?
Okay. Six.
Okay. Mark potential for me.
Yeah, that's a level up.
As you begin to go run back and forth, it just like you can't get the speed, and you stop. Like you kind of judder to a stop right in front of Aravin, and he kind of gives you this look, and he goes, "Well, it's been fun, I guess."
Okay. I can carry you. You just have to jump and we'll run together.
Yeah. And in your head, you know you're not going to be able to outrun the water. And the chains begin to snap one after the other. Just snap, 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 snap. He's trying to replace them, but he can't replace them fast enough. And we see the wall begin to buckle in more and more and more and more and more. And as the wall bursts, you hear this voice. You hear, "Lilac!" As you see Gilly jump. And you see Gilly's body begin to change and begin to shift and begin to grow. And we see one wing sprout. We see another wing sprout, and we see a long neck that goes into a long snout and a long tail as you see a gold dragon replace where Gilly was. As he grabs the two of you, as the wall buckles and the ocean rushes in. And as the camera begins to pull away, as the ocean rushes in, wiping out this bottom part of the city, begins to flood the city, the camera begins to pan up and up and up and up. As we see this gold dragon with the two of you in his claws flying away, we see Rally and Nathira holding each other in the middle of the street. And we see Alea on an operating table as these doctors begin to kind of close in around her. We pan just a little bit farther away, back into the in-between. And we see a lilac, a purplish colored hair woman. As she's beginning, you see she's kind of like looking around. And she goes, "I think I can do it." And that is where we're going to stop for tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us for episode 9 of Heroes of Bastion.
It's happening.
Hope you had fun. I'm going to take care of my players now, so thank you so much, Hamasama-kun as Rally. Thank you so much to Relentless as Lilac. Thank you so much to Caminator, the animator, as Alea. And thank you so much to D&D Imposter as Nathira. I've been Alec the Bard, your Game Master, and we will see you all next time.